Good day, everyone! Buckle up for a new episode of Connecting.
The Unconnected.
Hello? Enzo? Oh, he got disconnected. But why? Good day, everyone! Buckle up for a new episode of Connecting
The Unconnected.
Podcast with Odd,
And Enzo.
the one and only podcast that will enlighten your minds about the current and pressing issues worldwide. This is Audrey Ginita, your host for this podcast. Joining me today is our co-host. Would you like to be the one to introduce yourself?
I'll be glad to, Audrey. A magic day to all. I am Lorenzo Sarawan, your co-host for this new podcast episode.
Thank you for introducing yourself to everyone, Enzo. And once again, thank you for joining me as we have a lot to discuss today. For this podcast episode, we will focus on the topic Tulay Tungo sa Maunlad na Buhay.
Promoting inclusivity for digital learning and breaking borders against digital divide for innovation in Davao del Sur.
But before we begin, let me ask you first a very relatable question. Schoolworks, deadlines are all draining, right?
Indeed, there are times when I out to give up, but I still keep the faith going because that's how life works.
You're right, Enzo. However, despite the sleepless nights and mental breakdowns we experience, we also learn lots of learnings from school. Like in our MIL subject last semester, we conducted research that centers on bridging the digital divide. It is truly difficult, but it also made us realize that it is important for us to live up to the norms as a human person. Do you agree with me?
I agree with you, Odd. Of course, we taught us that we should also use our own authentic freedom responsibly and appropriately. What we did on our media and information literacy subject on the previous semester was honestly quite challenging, but it comes with so many wonderful experiences and learnings.
Thing about our experiences as we produce our own documentary as students. Wait, wasn't our group assigned to the SDG 9, which is Industry, Innovation, and Infrastructure? Right, Enzo?
Yes, Odd, especially with the central limit theorem, it is really confusing.
What? What are you talking about, Enzo? We're not in stat and prop class.
I'm just kidding. I just cannot forget this lesson. It's so memorable.
Whoa, what a good student.
Of course, but anyways, yeah, we identified the most pressing issue in the province of Davao del Sur, which is the digital divide. But wait, I want to ask whether the digital divide is the gap between those who have access to the internet and to those who do not.
Yes, Enzo, that's right.
Oh, I indeed learned something from our documentary.
Of course, you're the videographer in our documentary video, remember?
Oh yes, I almost forgot. Sorry.
Are you aware that this social issue is rampant in our country?
Yes, I often see news on the internet about this one, and it saddens me that not all youth can access the technological needs in this digital era.
Me too, and based on our MIL research, Mindanao is the most affected by this issue.
I totally agree with you, Odd. And this is worsened by the unexpected occurrence of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yes, this is because not all families have enough income to purchase their technological needs and access good internet connectivity. Also, the COVID-19 outbreak led families to spend their money more on health necessities instead of digital technologies.
I agree. And I believe that low-income families are also one of the root causes of the digital divide.
Yeah, another would be the unequal budget allocation, where the province of Davao del Sur has not yet been given much attention, considering the lack of direct foreign investments in the said region.
Yes, Those factors influence the currents of digital divide.
I agree. That's why taking immediate action is a must to solve the social issue. And by the way, we have two guest speakers joining us today talking about lessons from our Christian morality subject that are relevant and work together with the social issue of the digital divide as we go through our discussion.
Ooh, it's getting interesting. To our viewers, who do you think will be our guest speakers?
Now, let us welcome Angelica Heron and Keith Baco.
Hello, hi everyone. First of all, I want to thank you guys for inviting me to be one of the guest speakers in your podcast. I feel honored to be able to share my thoughts about digital divide and how it is relatable to our lessons in Christian morality.
Same goes with me. I want to thank you guys as well for inviting me to this podcast, and I can't wait to share my thoughts with you all.
All right. Welcome again to both of you. Angelica, would you like to start sharing your thoughts? Then Keith will share his thoughts next.
But wait, let's make it interesting. Let's have a game.
What kind of game?
Do you know the game Pinay Henyo?
Oh, that's a fun game!
Oh, I'm interested. Let's play that game.
In this game, we will let you guess some topics in Christian morality that are related to the social conflict of the digital divide. However, we will be doing it virtually this time.
Now let this game begin.
Yes,
Game on.
Let's start with Angelica. Keith, we will send you a message of a word through private chat and you will guide Angelica if the word she says is close or far from the word.
I now have the word already, Angelica.
Let me guess. Is it something we experience every day?
Yes, it is.
Is it problems?
No.
Is it freedom?
That's correct. It's authentic human freedom.
Good job, Angelica! Do you have any insights or knowledge about this topic in Christian morality?
Yes, actually, this word is somehow associated with the digital divide, which is the tension between the need for universal access to digital technologies and the challenges of achieving this goal. I also think about our lesson in Christian morality, which is authentic human freedom, because what I learned from there is that we have the freedom to make our own choices, the freedom to do good or bad things. Looking back at the main conflict associated with the digital divide, we people have the freedom to decide to help each other solve the problem or not.
Ooh, that's actually a very interesting insight, Angelica. Having your turn now, I'm quite interested in Keith already. Like Keith, Angelica, we will send you a message of a word through private chat, and you will guide Keith if the word he says is close or far from the word given.
Okay. I now have the word already.
Okay, let me guess. Is it something that we have since we were born?
Yes.
Is it an inner voice?
Yes, that's close, key.
Is it conscience?
Yeah, that's right.
Good job, Keith. Having heard your answer already is correct, may I ask if you have any insights or knowledge about this topic in Christian morality?
Actually, for me, conscience is in Christian morality refers to the sense of right and wrong that guides our decisions and actions. I believe that conscience is formed through a combination of moral education, personal experience, and reflections on the teachings of the church. In the context of digital divide, conscience calls us to consider the ethical implications of unequal access to technology and digital resources, and to take action to bridge the gap between those who have access to these resources and those who do not.
Wow! You guys really did well in this game!
Yes, I agree. And your insights were really enlightening.
That game was really fun, right, Keith?
I agree, Angelica. Thank you, Odd and Enzo, for that very fun game.
No problem. It's our pleasure to do so.
And that's from our guest speakers. Keith and Angelica, thank you so much for those meaningful insights. But before we move on, Enzo, Do you have anything else to say?
Yes, I would like to also add my own perspective in relating Christian morality to the digital divide. As a Christian, as a Christian myself, it is important to address the digital divide and work towards providing equal access to technology for all individuals regardless of their socioeconomic status. This can be seen as a way to promote the dignity of every person, as all individuals should have the opportunity to develop their talents and abilities and have access to resources that will allow them to do so.
Yes, that's indeed correct, Enzo. Whoa, that game was challenging.
Yes, and the guest speakers are having fun while playing the game.
I am glad that they were able to relate some topics from Christian morality with the social issue of the digital divide.
Me too. What about you, Odd? Do you want to also play the game?
I would like to.
All right, let's go.
Hey, wait, Enzo, we're filming a podcast.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm sorry.
Anyways, for our next segment, we will be introducing another two guest speakers as they will share their experiences as they stayed in Magsaysay, Davao del Sur to conduct the study of the digital divide for their MIL subject.
I can't wait to hear some of their shared experiences. Hi, guys. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello, everyone! I can't wait to share my experiences in this podcast.
Me too. This is exciting.
We're also excited to listen to your experiences.
Yes, that's right. I'd like to ask, starting with Ashley and to be followed by Clarice, what were your significant experiences in encountering the social problem of digital divide as a student?
You know what, Enzo? When I first visited the province of Davao del Sur, I can say that it was hard to go through the day without technology and internet access, especially during the pandemic. I found that the students had a hard time coping with the online class and quizzes, and their parents were also having a hard time providing for the technological needs of their children. Maybe because they had a hard time finding jobs that gave them enough income, considering that almost all businesses were forced to close down due to the pandemic.
I agree with you, Ash. The income they earn is still not enough to purchase the digital technologies.
Yeah, and I hope this will be given a solution to achieve equality in terms of access to technological needs.
What about you, Cla? I am certain you also experienced a difficulty during your stay, considering that there is a lack of implementation of the digital technologies.
You guessed it right.
Enzo, you can be a magician now because you're good at guessing.
Yes, but I cannot guess whether she likes me or not.
Oh, Lorenzo, what a random topic.
Sorry, I just got carried away.
Oh, anyways, moving back to the topic, Kla, have you also experienced difficulties when you stay in the said province?
Of course, I realized that the slow internet connection encountered here in Davao is nothing compared to what they face in Davao del Sur. The internet connection in Davao del Sur is much more to the times I experienced a slow internet connection here in Davao City.
I agree, Clarice. Living in Davao del Sur is way more different than living in a city in terms of good internet connectivity and access to digital technologies.
I also experienced that one.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Hearing your experiences empowered me to contribute something to solve this social problem.
Wait. Cla, do you remember what happened when we were walking the rice fields?
The rice fields? Oh! I never knew that I was also able to appreciate how wonderful the nature is in Davao del Sur, actually. It was such a sight to see, and the air there was such a breeze to feel and breathe. Are we thinking the same thing, Ashley?
Oh, stop pretending. You don't even remember falling over on the rice fields?
No, I did not. That never happened.
I didn't know if that was my first time seeing your clumsy side or you were just simply too immersed and started daydreaming and got careless of your surroundings.
I can't believe you remember that, Ashley. But what can you expect? Nature in the province is indeed a whole nother level. I simply got out of touch with reality and forgot that there was quite a deep pit to where I was walking.
Wow, I never knew you two had such memorable experience in Davao del Sur. It was a bummer that I didn't get to see a hilarious incident. I kind of regret staying back at the Sari store to eat and should have gone with you guys.
Yeah, this is Lorenzo's fault for making us leave early to edit our documentary video.
Deadlines, remember, right?
Yeah. But anyways, thank you for sharing and taking your time with us, Ash and Kla. The experience both of you face indeed let us know the challenges of the digital divide as it prevents and hinders one from doing simple yet important things such as learning online and connecting with one's close friends and loved ones.
I'm sure that what the both of you shared will be helpful and enlighten the minds and benevolent heart of the people watching our podcast.
Moving forward, now let's hear again the different opinions from Ashley and Clarice as they will share about the simple yet possible solutions for solving the digital divide. It can be really seen how difficult life is for these people living in Magsaysay.
I agree. They have to go through such situations just in order to get good internet connectivity so they can attend and participate in their respective classes actively.
That's right, and this is evident in our documentary video.
I remember that we interviewed some students and that they want their local government to give free load or internet connectivity to attend their online classes.
Yes, that could also be one of the possible solutions that may help lessen this gap.
Yeah, Ash, do you remember when we saw a student struggling to get a good internet connection?
Oh yes, he even climbs on top of a tree.
Oh gosh! I can see how the youth are also fighting for change from this kind of dilemma.
Yeah, I also realize how blessed we are, and I am willing to share these blessings with them in my own little ways.
Me too, Kla. As taught by our Christian morality subject, we are said to be relational beings directed towards others and communal by nature. It is our obligation to help one another amidst uncertainties. We can donate technological devices for learning or even joining programs that advocate for solving the digital divide in all regions of the country.
Ooh, that's an interesting insight, Ash.
I would also want to highlight in this podcast segment that we must be empowered to seek or promote what is universally good for all. Promoting what is common for all, giving everyone, especially the learners, the equal opportunity to access the digital world and technologies.
Wow, you guys really did share not just wonderful insights, but also learnings on which the audience could reflect on.
I agree. The opinions you shared for bridging the gap are indeed an eye-opener.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. We just want to contribute something for a better change. And this podcast is one of the ways to share our thoughts for solving the digital divide.
Yeah, thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak as students in this modernized world.
It's our pleasure to do so.
Oh, wait. I would also like to include that there have already been times when private companies such as Davao Light and PowerCo Inc. have also thought of the same idea, such as donating gadgets and other devices which can be used by students as they push through with online learning.
Yes, I remember, Odd, that plan has already been done and proven effective, and it is only a matter of continuing the same plan till now.
I totally agree, Enzo.
Me too.
Of course, me too.
Let's unite for a better change.
Alright! Upon hearing the experiences and possible but comprehensive solutions or blueprints shared by our dear guest speakers, I am enlightened of how the youth in today's generation are also fighting for change and innovative development for one's nation.
Me too, Odd, but despite the challenges of bridging the digital divide in rural areas of our country, especially in Davao del Sur, let us look for the silver lining and not focus on how difficult it is to resolve, but focus on the small steps we can take to lessen the social problem.
Indeed, the beginning of a journey will always make us seem like it's impossible for us to achieve. However, we must not fret over the final destination that is still far from our reach. Let us focus on taking the next step that is still near and visible for us.
As we end our podcast, I hope everyone has at least a few takeaways from our discussion and take them with you wherever you go in your lives.
Let us all take part in giving others the access to the technology they need, even just simply starting with communities near to us and within our reach. This is Audrey Ginita, your host for this podcast.
And Lorenzo Soraman as your co-host.
Once again, this is Connecting
The Unconnected.
Podcast with Odd,
And Enzo.
the one and only podcast that will enlighten your minds about the current and pressing issues worldwide.
Hoping to see you all on our next podcast episode and leaving you with a question to ponder on.
Let's unite for a better workplace of tomorrow, because if not now,
Then when?
thank you and a magic day to all.